I will remove myself from the top 10 if Richie McCaw goes there. Jonny Wilkinson.
No, I'm not having it. We need Bryan Habana.
Jonah Lomu, Richie McCaw, Jonny Wilkinson, Dan Carter.
So, sorry, is this order or is this just...
No. Okay, so we agreed that Jonah Lomu's one.
Yeah.
You need to order the rest of these and then
I've
find
got
two
McCaw
more.
at 2. Like,
Okay.
you can't have...
You're fighting... Okay, so what we've got...
Wilco's a bigger icon than McCaw.
Maybe in England, Jonny is a bigger icon than... But you go to South Africa, Richie McCaw, Sekulisi, you go to most of the people. Jonny is an icon, without a doubt. Would he be at a status higher than Richie McCaw, Sekulisi?
Across Europe, Jonny is much more of an icon.
Doors, I don't know. I
reckon you go to Australia and Jonny would be a bigger icon than Richie McCaw.
No chance.
Oh, totally.
No chance.
Rugby union's like third or fourth choice sport. I mean, if you went across the sporting public in Australia, they are definitely going to talk about Jonny Wilkinson over Richie McCaw.
Just to be clear, in terms of achievements, Richie McCaw obviously is... We're not...
No.
You're not deluded enough to think
No,
that
absolutely
Johnny's
not.
one World Cup is better than McCaw's 2 and
Course
Johnny's
not.
80-odd caps are better than McCaw's 148.
No.
So it's just that kind of, again,
Iconic status.
that word, that transcendental sort of not quite being able to place it, subjective, personal, all of those things.
Yeah, it's I'm focusing on the icon word.
Okay, so there are a few things, and maybe to Door's point, Richie McCaw never did an Adidas advert with David Beckham.
And
Good
I
point.
suppose Johnny's got the moment with the drop that is
Yeah.
one of the greatest moments in World Cup history.
Yeah.
Can you have a jackal turnover penalty?
Sexy, isn't it?
Can you have McCaw piling in on an angle and disrupting an attacking breakdown? I mean, I do think him limping around on his foot and going, "We did it after 11," is something pretty cool.
Not for the masses, though, is it?
If you told me before this conversation that you're going to put Jonny above McCaw, I'd have turned the microphone off and walked out of here. But you make a good argument. It's subjective, and it's How do you judge impact, global impact? And Brian's not having it.
I will remove myself from the top 10 if Richie McCaw goes there. Jonny Wilkinson.
No, I'm not having it. We need Bryan Habana. He's joint leading try scorer
But so is Julian Sevilla.
in the rugby. Yeah,
So is Julian Sevilla.
how many
Sevilla
World
not
Cup?
scored 15.
Yeah, 8 in a tournament.
Yeah, but in terms of the
Overall.
So, I mean, Sevilla may not have got enough love through this podcast. It's what he did in 15.
Gents, I'm just saying, I'm throwing in my trump card. I will remove myself from
We're
the top
having no
10.
trump cards. We've decided we can't have any
But
trump
how
cards.
come your trump card gets Jonny then?
No, I haven't. The trump card was that if someone came in, Sonny Bill Williams came in, then Jonny went to 2. That was the deal. Because of your very eloquent reasoning for Sonny Bill Williams.
The trouble is, your
your
argument for Sonny Bill is quite similar to Dawson's argument for Jonny. It's a bit more, it's more than rugby, isn't it? It's reputation, it's profile, it's fame.
He's
It's
double World Cup winner. Like, he was brilliant in England.
and Wilkinson got to a final and won it in 03. So what are you not having about that list?
Lock it up.
You're happy because I've still got McCaw written down as 2, but I just know that there's been some horse trading going on.
No.
Brian, is it going to slightly tar your whole experience over the last 10 episodes if Jonny Wilkinson's above Richie McCaw?
So, first, categorically, I think there are 2 phenomenal players. And if either gets to 2, it doesn't bother me. I just think in terms of iconic moments, Jonny was a part of that. In terms of iconic play, Jonny was a part of that, transcending the sport. But like Richie McCaw becoming the first ever captain, back to back. And I take all the fanfare around off the field. But as a rugby icon, to achieve that, I can't think that you can have the other stuff outside of that supersede the fact that that iconic status of being the first ever to captain your country to back-to-back Rugby World Cups. No other captain has got it right previously. No Jono, no Francois Pienaar, no John Smith. In the best rugby team that has ever existed, to take someone who captained the best rugby World Cup team that ever existed out and say he's not, it's very tough for me.
If the list was
No.
Rugby World Cup's greatest players, I think Richie McCaw is number 1.
Let's do 1, John Lomu. Tied in second. No, tied in second, Richie McCaw, Jonny Wilkinson, and we give 4th.
No.
I don't think we can because it's exactly, when people pick a team with a tournament and they can't pick between 2 number 8s, they stick one on the flank.
No, but we're not.
No, choose one.
No, we've chosen both the number 2. We've chosen both the number 2.
No, because no, I'm sorry.
And also,
it's going down. We are not doing equals.
I think Jonah is the focus.
100%.
Let's focus on Jonah as the number 1. Jonny Wilkinson, Richie McCaw. It just alphabetically, it sort of makes sense to go to J before R. There we go.
Okay. For the first time, I'm going to play my hand.
What?
Because you guys are deadlocked and I will get the casting vote. I think Dawes makes a fantastic, compelling case for Jonny Wilkinson.
I don't like that. I'm going
Boy
first.
wonder, all the adversity he was suffering off the field, the fact he came back from those 4 years to kicking into the final in 2007, the moment, the drop goal off the wrong foot, Jonny Wilkinson has got to be at number 3 with Richie McCaw at number 2. No! Because you cannot. I'm sorry.
Such
Richie
a brown noser.
McCaw's the greatest player of all time.